Did you know the biggest secret that I had discovered in my life that helped me scale my business is stop worrying about how to get things done and figuring out who is going to go get those things done. The number one thing that you should be doing as the leader of your organization is strategic decision making. You should be only thinking about how do I make better decisions for our business, but not execution. If you're a leader of an agency or a leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to grow and scale, if you haven't figured out your who, your job is to go get those who. Free up your time so you can work on what you do best. So the number one thing that I wanted to do was get accounting, budget management, bookkeeping off of my plate. So I found the right who to help me do that. And that freed me up what? 5 hours a month? I don't know how much it is, but I don't have to worry about sending invoices, collecting payments. And if you do that, I promise you, you're gonna save that much time in your agency right now. So let's go to the next one, operations. So a lot of companies have a COO role, but why do they have a COO role? Is because they don't want the CEO doing the operations. A lot of people are doing operations and the CEO and the CFO and every other role. That means that you're very inefficient. So what I'm suggesting is that you can get rid of it by hiring somebody who could just deal with the day-to-day, gives you so much time to deal with the business side of things, which is growth, meeting customers, doing sales calls, whatever you need to do. And when you get to a scale that you want to go to the next level, you're going to hear me talk about it or anyone else that you might bring on to coach you and mentor you to start creating processes. They're going to say, do you have documented processes? Show me your processes. I've been through that, guys. I've been in it for 20 years. I have no processes. What am I supposed to do? And that's why we built all these tools and resources, because then it would free you up as the leader to grow and scale. What about proposal creation? You know you got to create proposal for customers or else you're not going to get any business. You got 1 proposal, 2 proposal, 3 proposal, 5 proposals, and guess what? Then you have update calls. You got to make presentations. Now it's like 5 presentations, 10 presentations. So you can't leave or work on new business because you're bogged down with proposal creation. You see, once you find the right who, you don't have to deal with that anymore because that person enjoys that task. And so could you get somebody to help you with client communication? Which, by the way, could be a lot. If you have a big book of business, that means that you got a lot of emails to fire off back and forth, all the professional writing emails. The one you want to make sure that you didn't make any typos and no grammatical errors, or your VA just didn't send some garbage to your customer. It needs to be proofread. Make sure that you're sending accurate information up to date so that the client can execute on that content, right? So could you get somebody else to do that for you? The answer is absolutely yes. So administrative tasks. Every time I have an event I need to go to and all this other stuff, sometimes I have to hire a videographer to create content when I'm there. Whatever it is that I need to do, I can delegate that to somebody who's going to be an executive assistant. Or I need to collect some payment for this thing or that, or the trade show that I'm going to be attending. So could you delegate those administrative tasks? Which, by the way, if you look at your calendar, you could tell exactly where your time is going. You're like, oh, I got to call the doctor. I got to get the vacuum cleaner fixed or paint the wall or whatever it is that you're doing. It will tell you exactly what you can delegate. And so now let's talk about the internal communication. You have 3 assistants, or you have a white label team that's doing some of the work like ClickX, and you're like, Solomon, I have all these resources that I need to manage, and so now I got to sit here and deal with that rather than looking at business. These are real life struggles that I hear every single day. So could you hire somebody else to manage the tasks that gets things from Yves and give it to somebody else? Somebody's working with Paul, getting that done. You see that? Somebody's working with Sarah, getting that done. Hey, Sarah, is XYZ project done yet? You don't have to be the man of that. You can be like, no, I have no idea. My team is handling it. And more delegation leads to you having more and more freedom. And that freedom gives you more and more ammunition to go work on the business, not in the business. Now, campaign fulfillment. Now, ClickX is in the business of helping entrepreneurs and agency owners get out of the weeds of the client communication, the management of the tasks, the Facebook ads, the Google ads, the website build. And when you do that, you're freeing up your time tremendously. We have an entire white label division that is built to scale. That means that we can have 100 people working just for one agency if that's the thing that they want, and if it's a good fit. It's a good fit for us and a good fit for you. We have the ability to scale, literally to the moon. So could you delegate that, then sit there trying to figure out who am I gonna hire? Let me post a job, let me do interviews, let me do all these things, and there goes your entire week, and you haven't figured out how you're gonna scale your client campaigns. You see, the clients are paying you for results. They're not paying you on how to do job interviews and all the things that they need to be doing. Next thing, I love this because I have a bunch of graphic designers that are working on carousels and graphics and thumbnails on YouTube and everything else. Now, if I sat there and made the YouTube video and edited my YouTube video and made my thumbnail, optimized the video and published it, I would get one video a year because I don't know how to do any of that. Now, I have an amazing team around me. Right after this, our team will grab the file, Adam's gonna go edit it, Brooke is gonna publish it, Stephanie's gonna do the social media, and 2 weeks later, it's live. I don't even know about it. I don't even get notified. Then our team sends an email blast and we're doing the next webinar, and here we are right back in here making the next piece of video, right? But if you can build that machine, that system for you, you too could be publishing a ton of content, but you're not bogged down with the editing and the lighting and the equipment and all the other things that go into growing and scaling your business. Could you get somebody to help you publish the amount of content that you wish to create? You see, I'm publishing on Forbes, Inc. magazine, and all these places. They're my ideas. I know exactly what the headline is and what the 3 points I want to convey to the audience, and I already set that in 50 different videos. So my team takes those videos and converts it into an 800-word article and publishes for me on Forbes. They would follow up with the editor and make sure that we followed all their guidelines. If they need any tweaks, we'll do that as well. So I'm getting published almost every single week for the last 5, 6, 7 years in a row. And how did that happen? Because I discovered the who, not the how. If I had to sit there and write every single article myself, proofread, go back and forth with the editor, I would never have any articles published. I would just give up. How about the technical tasks? Boy, is it complicated running a Google Ads anymore. SEO campaigns, metadata, schema markup, building websites, making it mobile optimized, making it fit on 16 different sizes of screens because iPhone comes in 7 sizes and iPad's in 20 sizes and the desktop is in a million different sizes. It's crazy how complex is web development or pay-per-click management or just social media in general. People are like, hey, you have to post on Instagram from the phone. You can't even publish it from a tool because the algorithm prefers the platform. So now what I'm gonna do is take out my phone. I'm gonna sit there and type everything, little thing, and hit the publish button. I can't, because you should look at my calendar. I have 27 things booked. I am overbooked, overcommitted. So how could I sit there and do that trying to get one post out? So I tell my entrepreneur friends, guys, if you're gonna do that, you better make sure that that's your business. So I tell this to coaches and consultants all the time. And we work with hundreds and hundreds of businesses where the entrepreneurs are struggling because they're trying to do it all. Now, the last one that you can take off your plate that takes so much energy is lead generation. If you watched any of our videos, we talk about lead generation a ton. Lead generation that's inbound, lead generation that's outbound. And we run ads for our agency partners and get them booked appointments. We do outbound email prospecting. We generate the leads, create personalized emails, and send them out and manage the replies and get booked appointments on the calendar of our customers. And why do we do all that? Because we've realized that agency owners are the most busiest people on the planet. They don't have any time. So if we can take more things off of their plate, we become the who and not the how, and they just grow, right? They're just worried about going to the next appointment and the next appointment. We discovered these things that were holding us back. We built the platform, the resources, and the tools. That's what ClickX really is. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're so excited that you're here. I don't know how much you know about ClickX. What we do is we help agencies like you grow and scale. We have a scale program that is geared to helping agencies from lead generation to closing the deal, that is your sales department, to white label fulfillment. To find out more, there is a link right below this video. Go ahead and click the link and schedule a one-on-one call. We're so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next White Label Wednesday.